untimely and far too early death. Hey, promise me if I die, you'll have my dad bring me back? Drew jerked his gaze to meet mine. The muscles in his jaw worked as he focused on me. He can't make you like Larry, Zoe, Alfred, and the cats. He doesn't have that kind of power. I'm not sure any other necromancer could. That was true. I had this special once-in-a-century all-powerful ability to heal the undead and make them look alive. They could even eat food, although they didn't need to. Luci ate more than most of the rest of the house, much less enough for one little cat. She'd love that she wouldn't gain a pound. Okay, if I die and don't look crazy, and Dad can get to me and reanimate me right away, then cool. If my body is messed up, then not a ghoul. In that case, have Wade turn me. Or Sam. I could handle being a vampire. Maybe. Drew shook his head. I don't think... He paused as if having a thought, then a sensual smile formed. On second thought, Sam says sexy time is more intense. Yeah, Olivia had told me the same thing. In great detail. Vividly. Vampire it is. Drew chuckled and pulled me up. I stumbled on purpose into him. Wrapping his arms around my waist, he kissed my nose. I'll have Wade turn you, but only if Luci isn't able to heal you. Deal, I said, before pressing my lips to his. The air swirled with dark magic, vibrating over my skin in the familiar way I'd grown used to. Either Olivia or Luci materialized nearby. Since I knew where Olivia was, I didn't even look at Luci as I said, "Not today, Satan." The devil chuckled and glided over to us. Drew didn't release me, but I was okay with that. My husband could hold me forever. Luci looked between us with a pleased smile. He could be so odd at times. I can't stay. He looked around, and I wondered if he could sense the monster. High tide will be here soon. Summon me when he shows, and I'll come to help. Then he vanished without telling us where he was going or why he couldn't stay. Luci wasn't typically super generous with details. Rolling my eyes, I called out, "Chicken!" I heard that. His voice carried on the wind. Or was that in my mind? I didn't have time to analyze any of that because a howl-like sound echoed from the ocean. It sounded somewhat like a dying cow and a hissing snake battling for dominance. The eerie keening made my skin crawl. Of course, Luci would leave just as the monster comes. I narrowed my eyes while searching the ocean for the creature. If you're still listening, the monster is here. I didn't have time to summon the devil. Plus, he didn't want to fight the monster. That was clear when he did his little pop in, checked out the area, and left like his life was on the line and not mine and Drew's. He'd also been running from the one that had chased him at our wedding. The hunters had taken that one out. How had the devil survived for so long as king of hell while being such a coward? So, what's the plan? I asked again, as Drew and I turned to face the water. Don't die? He offered with a slight grin. Then he conjured 2 swords and handed one of them to me. Hunters could conjure their weapons, but nothing else. Drew had told me that their weapons were spelled to come to the hunter when called. Kind of like how I could summon Luci, only Drew's weapons actually listened and came. Another dying, hissing cow sound rumbled through the air, but it was closer now. My stomach churned with anticipation. I'd never fought an actual monster before, not unless I counted the vampires in Milan, but they'd been vampires, aka undead, which was entirely my wheelhouse. This creature was different. I couldn't control it or command it. Another roar from the beast sounded, and this time the ground shook. I flexed my fingers around the sword and spread my feet, readying myself for an attack. Drew moved to stand a few feet away, wielding his sword like a fantasy warrior. Well, okay, that was pretty hot. Okay, Ava, focus. The sound of something large breaking the surface of the water caught my attention. The round head of the beast emerged along with 8 tentacles moving around like ginormous wiggling worms. We were outnumbered. 8 massive long arms against 4. This was not going to end well. The monster slithered closer, and when it got out to the shallow part of the water, it lifted its snake-like body into the air. Not creepy at all. The monster locked his gaze onto us and roared again, then charged a hell of a lot faster than I was prepared for.